one, hey, look, New Year's is great. New Year's Day is awesome. Frank, you you have just entered into a new business venture.
Yep.
The launch was
On Friday.
December 29th,
Mm-hmm.
Friday. Tell us about that, man. Tell us about our number one sponsor, Tap and Vine, 3 locations. Now the third's open. Frank Garcia, the general investor face and creative mind behind it. Frank, tell
That's
us.
dangerous.
It is
That's
dangerous,
very dangerous.
but if there's one thing I know you know how to eat and
Well,
how
I
to
do know how to
you
eat.
know you know good food.
Well, I do. I do know that.
So tell me how did it go? How was the launch? It's a big deal.
Well, it was very successful. We always want to grow, but we're in Quail Hollow right now, and right there off of Park Road, and right across from the Quail Corners. And looking forward to a lot of people coming out and just providing a unique dining experience for everybody that's going to be in that area. It's close to South Park. It's one of the main routes, as far as transportation goes, into the city and away on the way home. So it's a great place to stop and have a drink on your way home, grab some dinner. We do a great job with our food, and I think the thing that we really want to stand out on, above and beyond anything, is our service. We want to be able to provide, a unique dining experience where you feel like the red carpet is being rolled out, and we're going to take care of you. And I think that's the difference that we're going to try to provide. We're going to have a lot of energy with our servers. They're going to be very friendly and upbeat, and we just want to make it a great, enjoyable experience. And if we mess it up, we're going to fix it, and we don't want to mess it up. We want to be we want to have a standard of excellence, just like anything else. And I think we've put together a really good team, so I'm super excited about it.
That's awesome, man. And I know that area is really that area needs a restaurant like this, right? Like you guys are filling a big need in the area for a higher end place with good energy, great drinks, and a diverse menu.
Yeah.
It's a high end menu, but it's diverse. It's not dedicated to one specific it's not Americana, it's not Italian, it's not.
Not a grill.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
little bit.
just
It's a little bit of everything
yeah.
blended into one, and we have great wines that are going to be different than what you can find in your grocery stores. We're going to be able to provide some homemade food
Man.
from our chefs that are excellent. We Joe Moss has handpicked those chefs from his other two stores to kind of really uptick this restaurant, and we have great management, and it kind of trickles down. So we provide the ownership, the leadership, and support our staff, and hopefully that gets a lot of people in. We have a great brunch on Sundays. We have $5 mimosas. We have great specials throughout the week. We have free wine tastings on Thursday nights.
Sign me up.
Yep, free.
Yeah, free.
I didn't
Yeah.
stutter. Free wine tastings on
That's right.
Thursday nights.
I'm down.
And we have some jazz music to go with that as well. And we have live entertainment every Friday and Saturday. So we're trying to provide a unique experience, and just make sure that everybody has a great time and can celebrate and have, get away from everyday life and just be taken care of for a little bit. So
That's
I
so
think that's one of the things that, when you go out for an experience like that, that's what you're looking for.
I'll tell you another thing that Tap and Vine, just across all of them, and one of the things that draws inspiration and stuff from the place, and one of the things I really appreciate is they do a great job of entertainment,
Yeah.
right? Friday nights will have live music, and a diverse, and again, like it's not going to be just one certain kind all the time. The Indian Trail will have an opera singer one week, a two-man band that's acoustic the next, and I'm assuming you guys are going to have the same diverse entertainment platform, et
Absolutely.
cetera. That's
Yeah,
going to
we're
be
gonna
so
have we
awesome.
have live entertainment every Friday, Saturday, and then we even have a dueling piano bars which we're going to
Ooh,
sprinkle within each month at different locations. So that's always a good time to kind of get involved and be interactive, and have a couple of cocktails, and just sit back and enjoy, and maybe have a little food and some appetizers to go with that. But I know we talked a lot about the restaurant business and things like that. We got some really big games today, and lots
oh
going on
man.
in college football and the NFL
Well,
lately.
before we get into college football, obviously today is the big day. And look, I want before we go any further, guys. He posted earlier. I've never been side by side with one of these. I've never seen one in real life. And Frank, why don't you put that thing up in the camera and just show everybody what he's wearing today?
Well, it's the first time I've ever worn this, so just I'm not a guy that's going to show all his bling off, and I'm not what's the guy? Yeah, boy.
Flavor Flav.
I'm not Flavor Flav. Going to wear the big TikToks and the clocks and things of that nature. I'm usually pretty jewelry free. Might have a watch on every now and then, but I haven't broken this out since ever. It's the first time I've ever worn it publicly. I've shown it, in displays and things like that, but I've never really worn it for the day. And I really had never had a reason to. I think that over the last couple of decades with my program, the Huskies, Washington Huskies, we've kind of been close, but we've never really had that Husky pride that had existed back in the early '90s and mid '90s. So it's kind of been a cycle. But we're back, and I'm not a front runner by any stretch of the imagination. But
Absolutely not.
I'm a loyal person, and I'm going to stick with my team. It's just I really have never really had the opportunity to wear this, but it's my 1991 national championship ring.
I don't know if you guys can see that very well. As a big number one on there, a daggone national championship ring in my house is pretty freaking amazing to me.
Show all the cameras.
Oh
Yeah.
man, look, let's just say this too. What an honor for Frank, to be a national champion. So anytime you guys hear us talking about championship and all this stuff, let me hold this up. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Yep, that's a
I mean,
19. They've gotten a lot bigger and more gaudy as of late, but
Look at that thing.
yeah, I mean it's
Wow.
yeah,
That's so awesome.
you probably get two fingers in there, Mr. Bailey.
No, I got fat fingers. You forget. I'm daddy fat
Yeah,
finger.
yeah,
It fits.
Yeah,
Look at that. It
Yeah.
fit. That's how fat these fingers are. Wow. But I'm not the champion. I did not earn that ring. So just as a preface, anytime we talk about the championship mentalities and things it takes to win, I'm sitting next to a guy who's won a national title at the University of Washington. So look, this is authentic stuff you guys are about to hear, things we're about to break down. Before we get into college football, we have to spend a couple minutes on Carolina Panthers.
yeah. You want to talk about the Panthers before we get into college football?
Before we have fun, let's be sad for a minute.
Yeah,
Before we get excited.
I'm wearing a Panthers hat.
Yeah.
I did play for him.
That's
so,
right. Yeah, that's right.
Talking about pride and lack of it.
right.
Let's talk about the Panthers.
Yeah,
right.
let's talk about not being a fair weather fan. We're non-fair weather fans. Yesterday, I honestly, Frank, I had so much hope after the Green Bay game. I thought, like, man, we're turning the corner. We're getting exciting. And we go down to Jacksonville and lay a damn donut for the first time since 2002.
Yeah, and I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect much more. I looked to be an opportunity there to, maybe capitalize. But, we weren't playing Atlanta. Jacksonville's not a bad team. Going down to Jacksonville late in the season, I don't know if people, realize the humidity, the heat, and the difference between what Florida can provide versus, even the Carolinas. I mean, it's about 15, 20 degrees, difference, which doesn't seem like a lot. It's
Yeah.
great weather to golf in, but when you put pads on and it's like you're in a sauna, and that can wear on you very quickly. But those are all excuses. Jacksonville has to play in it. Panthers have played it many times. The reality of it is the Panthers just aren't very good, and it starts at the top with their ownership.
What a clown.
When you're throwing drinks on fans because you're frustrated, what do you expect your organization to be? And I think that's been kind of what we've seen since he's taken over as an owner. That's just not a classy thing to do. It's not a great look for this organization. Controlling our emotions is something I have to work on. But when you're on the spotlight and you're the face of the organization, you're the guy. The spotlight's gonna be a lot brighter. And with today's day and age, with phones and things of that nature, every little thing's going to be captured, and they captured it. And I don't think that's going away anytime soon. I don't know what the penalty is going to be, if it's going to be
There better be one.
if it's going to be a suspension, things like that. But
He's lucky he didn't do that in Los Angeles or something like that, where somebody would have crawled up there and drug his butt out of a box and whooped him.
yeah, they would have. There's a little protection there, I'm sure, that he has in that safety, and I think that's what probably, unfortunately, led to him feeling comfortable enough to do that. It's that entitlement, whatever it might be, frustration. But regardless what it is, there's going to be penalties and consequences for actions like that, and I think that's where he's probably gonna suffer some of those, whether that's suspension, whether that's fine, whatever it is. I mean, I don't really know how you fine and hurt somebody in their pocketbooks when they got billions and billions of dollars.
I mean, he has endless money.
That's kind of a slap, and that's like a slap on the wrist. But suspension, things like that. When you're the owners own this league. Goodell is just a manager, and to suspend somebody, hell, I mean, that's doing him a favor.
That'd be doing the Panthers a favor.
Well, it's doing. He doesn't have to watch it now.
Yeah.
It's just like saying, okay, this is really hard. You get to take a timeout. Okay, darn. I don't have to watch the suffering.
Yeah, maybe we can suspend him around draft time so he doesn't interfere with the draft again.
Well, that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why this team is so bad, and it starts up front with the offensive line. They're atrocious right now, and they're arguably the worst in